Tonight on the Night Team, captain of his soccer team and just learning to drive. More high school student, 17-year-old Dunia Tuhenya, was shot and killed just yards away from where he lived.
None of us really believe that this kid is gone.
Representative Thomas Massie is pushing for the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files and criticizing House Speaker Mike Johnson, the latest on the push and pull. And later,
God bless you. You are amazing. You are the greatest generation. We owe a lot to you.
Celebrating the 100th birthday of a World War II veteran from Bullitt County, how his community is honoring him and his sacrifices. Right now on the WHAS11 Night Team. Just 3 weeks shy of starting his senior year, a Newberg teenager was shot and killed near his home. Thanks for joining us here on the Night Team. I'm Alex Dieterer. The 17-year-old soccer captain immigrated to Louisville with his family back in 2016. And tonight, WHAS 11 Night Team's Clarice Shaley spoke with the family's ministry on how the community is helping his family heal following the tragedy.
He was a very promising young man, really.
17-year-old Moore High School student Dunia Tuhenya.
Wanting to participate, wanting to be involved, and wanting to volunteer. I enjoyed seeing him growing.
The young life of a Tanzanian refugee cut short by gunfire. Dunia was shot at the Chateau Village Apartments off Poplar Level Court almost 2 weeks ago. Dunia was found with multiple gunshot wounds to his torso. He was shot just a building over from where he lived.
I seen his parents, how broken they were.
Kevin Oisenga rushed to the University of Louisville Hospital to be with Dunia's family that day. He's the founder of See Forward Ministries and mentors refugee families, helping them acclimate to living in Louisville. Dunia's family has worked with the ministries since 2017 after immigrating from Tanzania.
He had been practice that morning and just helping with coaching. In essence, just helping with his team.
Oisenga still grieves alongside the family and community, remembering Duni's love for soccer and his dedication as he prepared for his senior year as team captain.
Last, he was talking to me about, learning how to drive. I saw him learning how to drive here.
A 15-year-old boy has been charged with Dunia's murder. Oisenga has a GoFundMe started, working to move Duni's family away from the apartment where their son was killed.
I don't want to see that place, even myself. It brings a lot of memories because this is a place where this kid grew up playing and running around.
And to pay for funeral costs.
But it hits different when it happens to somebody that you know well.
Oisenga by the family's side as he acclimates them to life without Duni. In Bon Air, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 Night Team, on your side.
The teenager arrested for Duni's murder has also been charged with possession of a firearm, tampering with evidence, and resisting arrest. This arrest was made 10 days after the murder. Dunia is the 9th teen to die this year so far in Louisville. That's according to crime data. We have a link to the GoFundMe on our website right now. And take a look at this. A car caught fire tonight on I-71 northbound. LMPD says the fire happened around 7 tonight and everyone was able to get out of the car safely. LMPD blocked the road from traffic for about an hour for Louisville Fire to get the fire under control. And we did speak with Louisville Fire tonight, who says the fire was mainly contained to the engine compartment. 3 people, including a baby, are dead after a 2-vehicle crash in Breckinridge County last night. Kentucky State Police responded to the accident on Kentucky 261. Officers say 48-year-old Joseph Maynard was driving and then crossed the center line and struck another vehicle head-on. That caused Maynard's car to go up in flames. Maynard died at the scene. The driver of the other vehicle was 22-year-old Hunter Lyons and a 1-year-old passenger. They both died at the scene. Another passenger in Lyons' car was taken to the hospital with injuries, but is expected to survive. And a man is severely injured after being hit by 2 cars last night. He was hit near the intersection of Shelbyville Road and Moser Road. LMPD officers say the man was crossing the road when he was hit by a car driving on Shelbyville Road. The driver stopped and stayed with the man. That's when other people tried to help him, and that's when a second car hit the man. The driver of the second car also stopped after hitting the victim. He was taken to University Hospital with severe injuries. LMPD's traffic unit is handling the investigation, and that investigation is still ongoing. And earlier this morning, there were 2 domestic violence shootings. The first shooting happened in the Phoenix neighborhood at the intersection of East Madison and South Shelby Street. When officers arrived, they found a house had been damaged by gunshots, but there were no people around. University Hospital then notified officers that 2 adults showed up at the hospital with gunshot wounds. Officers learned the man and woman were related and got into an altercation. They were both shot but are expected to survive. And a woman was arrested after shooting a man, and this happened near West Broadway and South 23rd Street. Officers found a man suffering from several gunshot wounds. The man was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. Officers say a man and woman got into a fight. Shots were fired and that hit the man. For both of these shootings, everyone is accounted for according to officers. LMPD's domestic violence unit is handling both of these investigations. Well, it's no surprise here. It was another hot and humid day, and we've got a whole lot more of the same weather heading into this work week. Meteorologist Julie Martin joins us now from the Weather Center with a look at our extended heat advisory. Julie.
Well, get ready for a very hot week. We do have a heat advisory in effect. This goes through Wednesday evening. All of us here in Orange really going to be feeling it. Tuesday, potentially the hottest day. We're talking about triple-digit feels-like temperatures. So take it easy out there. Not much time to recover into the overnight hours either. Our overnight low, 77 degrees under mostly clear skies this evening. That's awfully warm. So if you are outdoors all day, please have a way to get some air conditioning at some point in your day. It is going to be a rough one, at least for a couple of days. Tomorrow, our forecast at 96 degrees. All of us will be in at least the low to mid 90s. And again, it's the humidity. So those feels like temperatures, that is what is going to do it for us. Our hourly planner looks like this: 80 degrees already by 8 o'clock in the morning, and then warming things up with a slight chance of a shower or 2 coming our way in the afternoon hours. Coming up, a big change though. I'll detail all of that in your full forecast in just a moment.
And those conditions are not just felt here in Kentuckiana. Millions of Americans across the United States are bracing for life-threatening heat and dangerous humidity. This heat wave continues throughout the work week until Wednesday. And in some cities, the feels-like temperature is above 110 degrees. ABC's Olivia Rubin has the latest on the heat.
More than 170 million Americans under heat alerts. In Phoenix, Arizona, 8 hikers from out of town overcome by heat on Camelback Mountain had to be rescued. 2 of them sent to the hospital.
They really underestimated what that challenge can be on that mountain. They did have water. They ran out of water. They didn't have enough water.
In Florida, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers holding training camp on a day that broke an all-time high of 100 degrees. Health officials in Dallas County, Texas say a man in his 60s died, their first heat-related death of the summer. And in Maryland, the Department of Health says there have been 13 deaths this season. Amtrak now warning riders the high temperatures may force trains to run slower, potentially causing delays. The dangerously high heat sparking thunderstorms. Extreme heat warnings in the Carolinas forcing people to search for relief.
It just feels hotter than normal, just super muggy. Maybe it's just me getting older, but it is hot.
Staying hydrated, make sure we have water at all times. We both have our water bottles here with us, and we usually bring a water bottle for the dog as well.
In Raleigh, North Carolina, WTVD's Tom George reports local power companies say they're increasing output.
Our local electric companies also urging people not to set their AC too low to avoid putting a strain on the grid.
In New York City, major air quality alerts. Smoke from the Canadian wildfires blanketing the Statue of Liberty. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, New York.
Well, from heat to highways, you may have noticed some changes along I-65. Major work on the highway in downtown Louisville has been underway all weekend long. Crews have been out all day working to repair the lanes on Kennedy Bridge. You can see a look from earlier this evening right there from crews and their lights on. The state has closed these lanes to limit access to I-65. The state is adding a special new substance at the end of the bridge to help add traction. Lanes will reopen in just a few more hours, and they will reopen Monday morning at 5. Division between Republican lawmakers over the Jeffrey Epstein files continues to intensify. Signs of pressure to respond to calls for transparency appeared last week. Kentucky Republican Representative Thomas Massie said he stands with Democratic Representative Ro Khanna's calls to subpoena Jeffrey Epstein's estate for documents related to his case. Massie and Khanna's joint legislation would force a House vote on the release of the Epstein files in the Justice Department's possession. However, Speaker Mike Johnson sent the House out for August recess a day early, and today Massie criticized the move, saying it was to avoid having to hold votes on releasing files related to Jeffrey Epstein. Massie and Khanna are seeking a discharge petition, which with 218 votes from House members would bypass Johnson. Johnson has been saying he's calling for transparency, but Massie predicts the pressure to hold a vote would only increase during the break.
They're hiding behind that we're trying to get justice for the victims and transparency for America. And so, we've redacted things before. We don't want to hurt the victims. We're doing this for the victims. I think it's just something that they're hiding behind.
Massie said Republicans would lose their slim majority in the midterm elections next year if they did not take a vote on releasing the files. Looking ahead, JCPS Superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood is launching a brand new series of public forums, and the first one is tomorrow. The goal of these forums is to create open conversations and engagement between the district and the community. People will be able to ask questions, share their perspectives, and gain a deeper understanding of the superintendent's mission and vision for the future of JCPS. These events will take place at high schools throughout the district over the next few weeks and months, and tomorrow's event is at Seneca High School. That event runs from 5:30 to 7 p.m. All of these events are free and open to the public. You can visit the WHAS11 website for more information. And speaking of that, back to school season is upon us. Some Kentuckiana districts return to the classroom as early as next week, and we want to see your first day of school photos. You can text them to the number right here on your screen, 502-582-7290, and you just might be featured on WHAS 11 News.